Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I've been away for about 6 months, so I thought 2025 new year, I'm going to restart vlogging, try and do it regularly for you guys, and yeah, looking forward to getting back out eventing. So quite a lot has changed since my last vlog in June last year. I did film 2 more vlogs, but my laptop broke, so I couldn't get the footage from my camera to my laptop to download videos because I can't do that directly to my phone. I just need to buy something off Amazon so that I can put the SD card into my phone, and I still haven't done it 6 months later. So that is essentially why vlogging stopped, because the storage on my phone is so full with those, I think it was 2 or 3 vlogs that I filmed. And yeah, so I just sort of stopped. There was a lot of life-changing things that happened. Life-changing? Well, I suppose, yeah. So I thought I'd do a quick update to you all, and then we can get vlogging again. Big changes since then. Sammy was sold to, I think they were like the 2nd or 3rd people that viewed him. Absolutely lovely family. They are on Instagram and on YouTube, so it's lovely to keep watching him progress. So you can go and check them out if you want to. I want to say she's lbates_equestrian and just bucking around on Instagram. Could be wrong at that. Maybe just bucking around on YouTube as well. But I will put it in the caption below. I think he went in July. So when Sammy left, we brought Nutty home, which was really lovely. We started working on building him back up, building his strengthening, because he'd pretty much been in very light work, I'd say. He was sort of hacking every now and then, not full work. Casper went to 4 events at the end of last season. I think the first 2 I filmed, or the two after my last post, I think I filmed them. So we went to Oxtalls, Solihull, Dauncey and Eland Lodge, and Nutty came along to Eland Lodge as well at the end of the season. They all had very varying results, actually. I filmed Oxtalls and Solihull, so I will try and get those out. But essentially, Oxtalls went pretty well. It was our first 100 BE. I had a couple of poles in the show jumping. The last 2 poles, which was a double, which really frustrated me. And then Solihull, it went a bit tits up in the cross country for the first time in Casper's entire life. No, that's a lie, because he had a few stops when he was a very baby, when he was about 4. But yeah, he stopped at the chicane at Solihull. If anyone knows, the 100 is quite a big chicane, and I went for a long stride. He saw the ditch, put his feet back down, landed basically feet kind of in the ditch. His chest must have hit the log. And from then on, he decided he hates chicanes. He did this to me at Pontypool when we were arena eventing, or arena's cross-country schooling, there in probably January last year. And he did this to me. We had this stop at a chicane, and since then, it's been on my mind that I don't like chicanes and he doesn't like chicanes. So I tried to ride really positively, overrode it, pushed him for a long one when actually I should have held him up and kept the leg on and put him on a short stride and popped it nicely. But then, so we got eliminated there because I did just want to try and get him over it, and prove to both of us that it wasn't too scary, but that didn't happen. I did manage to go there on the Tuesday after the event for clear round cross country, and we managed to jump the 80 centimetre version. Did that about 6 or 7 times, and then moved on and jumped the rest of the 100 course wonderfully. But we think that when he put his legs in the ditch, he must have caused himself to get a splint. His cross-country boot had twisted all the way around the other way when I got off and walked him back. There was no cut or anything there at the time. He wasn't lame. But then we went to Dauncey, and on the harder ground, he just stopped in the show jump warm-up. He jumped around the show jumping for, again, a couple of poles, and then he stopped cross country. We didn't get a perfect stride into a large brush box coming up a steep hill. It was a fence B of a combination. And yeah, he just sort of landed on top of that. And I thought, well, this is very unlike Casper. I represented, jumped it beautifully, jumped the rest of the course fine. But I thought he stopped a couple of times in the show jump warm-up. Was that because of me? Because it was 100 and I wasn't feeling very brave and I wasn't riding positively. I was holding him into a tight little ball and he couldn't take off. So I had plenty of reasons to believe that it was me that was affecting him. But then a few days later, I was washing him off and noticed this splint, which I had never seen before. So we're not actually sure when it appeared. But yeah, so after Dauncey, he had a couple of weeks off, then a couple of weeks doing light work, and then we went on to Eland Lodge. I didn't vlog Dauncey or Eland Lodge because I went alone to both of them. Dad came and watched the riding bits at Dauncey, and there were people from my yard at Eland Lodge, but I didn't have a groom as such. So yeah, Eland Lodge, I took Nutty for his first and last event of the season in the 80 centimetres. He actually got eliminated in the show jumping because the shadow, he just went really spooky in this massive outdoor arena. And I hadn't jumped him. He'd done Pony Club camp. He'd been show jumping with other people. I hadn't actually, I think this was in August, and I don't remember when I jumped him before that, show jumping. I'd hunted him and jumped him at hunting, but I hadn't actually jumped him at home. Or at least if I had, it wasn't over anything sort of 60, 70. So we went in and I just thought, well, this is ridiculous. He's spooky. I don't really know how to ride him. And yeah, he's got eliminated in the show jumping because of a very big shadow in front of a fence was just confusing him. But we were still allowed to go cross country, and he absolutely flew around, ate it all up, jumped everything, easy peasy, inside the time. So that was really good fun. And then Casper, he did a really nice dressage. I tried to do show jumping in the snaffle after having a few lessons with Katie Green and working on being more forward. Turns out we went far too far forward. And I had absolutely no control. So that was a really messy round, had a few poles there. And then I also went cross country in the snaffle because for some reason I completely forgot to take my universal bit. And I don't know if you guys have been to Eland Lodge, but it has a whopping great chicaner in the 100, like huge. And it also has a ditch brush palisade with a huge ditch in front of it. And I thought, we shall see. There wasn't a black flag option to go round the chicaner and jump something else, but actually the whole point of being there, it was unaffiliated. I wanted to go and prove that we could do a chicaner before we get back out BE this season. And we did. We flew around the cross country course. Yeah, he put in a short stride before the chicaner and we didn't jump it very prettily, but he didn't even think about stopping. So that really boosted my confidence. He jumped the ditch palisade fine, didn't even look at it. And also flew around inside the time. And I want to say we got a rosette, but I actually can't remember. So that was where our season finished. And I decided to make the move down to Devon. I managed to get a job in Exeter. So I've moved down to Devon with the boys. On the day that I moved down, we actually completed at Blenheim Riding Club arena eventing, which was so much fun. Absolute chaotic day for me because obviously I was moving both ponies and all my stuff, all the horses' stuff down to Devon that day, which wasn't a wise decision. I'd had a really busy week. I think I'd been down here on the Tuesday, Norfolk on the Wednesday, and then was at Blenheim on the Thursday and moving down to Devon. I think I was then going hunting the next day on Nutty. So it was really chaotic. turned up late, couldn't find the entrance into the right part of Blenheim for the arena eventing. Had to rush, get on, I trotted all the way to the warm-up, jumped about 2 fences, tried to learn the course, got it shouted at me whilst I was being told I really had to go into the arena now. I had no studs in. It was a meter, it was twisty-turny, and Casper flew double clear and we came team second, which was absolutely incredible. Never thought that would happen. So that was really good. And then, yeah, we moved down to Devon. I've got both boys here, all the dogs. And that is probably a good life update in the past 6 months. The boys are on the edge of Dartmoor. So that was a quick 10-minute update on where we've been. Let me know if you have any questions, if you want maybe a yard tour, what the plans are for this season. Any questions like that, let me know, and I will see you guys in the next vlog.